y'all, my name's Gretchen and I'm the Restless Thrifter, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my sales for December 22nd through 31st, so the last 10 days. And I'll give you kind of a recap of my month and my year and talk to you about my 2023 goals, or at least my goals for the first quarter. I also want to say hi to my returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers that I may have. And I am fairly new to YouTube, been doing this less than a year, but I have been reselling online on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and some other platforms for 2 years and some change. I've actually been reselling for over 22 years. I started on eBay just selling, things in my own house, not even clothes per se, like just things around my house that I thought were worth selling rather than donating. And yeah, I've been on eBay for 22 years, which is crazy to me. But I was always just like, listing here or there. Some years I would sell no things. And then other years I would go around my house and pull some things out and sell, and then get tired head because, you have to do all the research and everything. It's a lot of work, as we know, as resellers. So, but I'm going off on a tangent already. I am going to be talking to you about 2023 and what I want to do in my third year as I can't say full-time reseller, but as a reseller who's doing this every single day. So part-time. I do want to take it full-time. To do that, I am going to have to triple my profit, triple my revenue, triple my listings, triple everything, and or start selling things that are worth a lot more, which those things are harder to find. So yes, I'll be looking for them, but I don't know. Can I do it? I think that's my goal. No, it is my goal. It's my goal to triple my revenue and profit in the first 3 months of the year. There, I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. I know I've got to do the work to do that. I'm going to have to start sourcing more, listing more, etc. I'm going to have to be full-time. I'm also supplementing my income with dog sitting. A crazy thing that I just kind of popped in my head one day, and I was like, what can I do that's a little passive and that I can still be reselling while I'm doing it? And that was dog sitting. And so I don't do this every day, obviously, because I do overnights and I have my own dogs and my own family and my husband who would like to see me as well. So but I've been doing it a week or two out of the month. I say I've been doing it. This is only the second month. So it's not like I've done a lot of it. I've had 3 jobs so far. And I have 4 more jobs booked. So it's looking pretty good. I've been slowly raising my rates. I do have my dog sitting info below in the description of this video if you're interested in checking it out. If you happen to be in the Denver area and need a dog sitter and a name and face that you at least recognize if you watch these, I'm happy to watch your babies. I just love all animals, but especially dogs and cats. I used to be a cat person before I was a dog person, and I guess I was converted. Another tangent, sorry. Tripling my reselling, adding in some dog sitting to supplement. We'll see if I can make ends meet, month to month. Thankfully, my husband has health insurance because I cannot live without that. I'll just go ahead and be transparent here too with what's going on with me health-wise. I'm okay, but I have some autoimmune issues. And one of them is rheumatoid arthritis, and it's flaring currently. So that means I am easily fatigued. And that's the hard one to explain to people. It's like, just imagine that you have the flu and that you wake up maybe feeling fine, but then later in the day, suddenly you feel like you have the flu and you need to go lay down. That's the kind of fatigue I'm talking about. It seems to not be constant, but it is also not predictable at all. And you would think that rest will help, but rest is the worst thing for someone with my type of autoimmune disease. I have rheumatoid arthritis plus some others. And rest actually makes me hurt worse, because the more sedentary I am, the more inflammation I seem to have. But moving hurts. So it is just this cycle where you're like, okay, it hurts to move, but if I don't move, it's going to hurt more. So you just have to balance that pain, and you have to realize, like, this is how much pain I'm going to be in all day long in order to not be in this much pain. It's really shitty. I'm just going to be blunt. It's really shitty. I have had rheumatoid arthritis, or been diagnosed, since I was in my mid-20s, and I am now in my late 40s. It's hard for me to even believe it, much less say it. So I've been dealing with this for a while. I was on some medications that were helping for a long time, and now I'm just bouncing around on different biologics, trying to find the ones that'll work. And I am waiting for my insurance company to approve my new one. They've denied me twice, and so I'm waiting for them to approve it. I don't know who they think they are to say what medicine I need over my doctor, but there you have it. So we're appealing the decision, and I am going to do whatever I can to appeal it, because I like moving and not being in pain. It's not really that much to ask for. Okay, so I say all that just to say that I'm going through some stuff, and you guys know it was a rough year last year, and this year's going off with a bang. But I'm pacing myself. I am doing some rest and activity so I can balance that whole pain threshold and get some things done. And without further ado, we're going to dive into this, because we're going to talk about December, which was good. It was a good month. It ended up being my third highest profiting month to date. And so that's really great. Things picked up. In December, I listed 142 things, and I sold 145 things. My average sales price was $32.60, which is higher than it had been. I was up 24% on ASP from month to month, from November to December. I actually didn't list as much in December as I did in November. In November, I listed 242 things. So that is really what helped my December month. Now, you guys know I've talked about lagging indicators. That's a lagging indicator. Lagging doesn't necessarily need to be a negative thing. It just means something that happened previously that is impacting your performance currently. And so I had listed the hell out of things in November, because I was back here, back in Denver, going at it full time. And that really helped my December. Now, the fact that I listed 142 things in December may impact my January if I'm not, consistent. I need to keep up that consistency. So just keeping that in mind. I made revenue-wise in December $4,727.02, and that is great. My profit was $27.36, so that's also good. That is a pretty good month. Now, I got to triple it. It doesn't seem feasible to me. It really doesn't. But I tell you, I'm going to try. And I do have some methods and some tactics that I have gotten down. I am trying to list 15 items a day, and in hopes that eventually I'll start selling 15 items a day. I am also really looking at sell-through rate when I'm picking up things. If it doesn't have, basically, it's got to have solds, right? It needs to have more solds than listed is the goal, or close to it, and be something that I'm familiar with selling that I know can flip quickly. It doesn't necessarily have to have a high sales price, but it does need to be able to get out of my house pretty quickly so that I can keep moving inventory in and out. So list more, higher sell-through rate items, and, you know, of course, higher value items too. I'm also dipping more into hard goods because, let's face it, some of those can bring in a higher profit. So I am learning. I'm learning. Any tips you guys want to throw at me, bring them on, please. What are some other stats I can tell you about December? Obviously, my top selling category would be clothing, shoes, and accessories. Subcategory was sweaters. You know, it's cold out. Tops, coats, jackets, and vests. Then dresses, then pants. Overall, my number sold items by Marketplace, 68 on eBay, and 57 on Poshmark, and 20 on Mercari. And let me tell you guys, Mercari is not a garage sale. It really isn't. I know some folks think of it as a place where they put their lower items and to clear things out, and that works for them. I've actually sold some pretty decent things on Mercari. I see it basically as another Poshmark, and I just don't sell as many things there. My ASP for Mercari was higher in December than eBay or Poshmark. Keep that in mind. And on eBay, you know, my ASP is going to include shipping, so that's really amazing. $44.35 was my average sales price on Mercari. ASP on eBay was $31.72. And on Poshmark, it was the lowest at $29.53. So go Mercari. Now that we've covered those topics, I'm going to talk to you about sales for those 10 days. That was December 22nd through 31st. And I'm going to go over my 3 categories: top 10 sales by profit, fast flips, which is to me anything that sells within 2 weeks or less, and some lessons learned. And my first in my top 10 sales is actually something that's been returned to me already. It's a crease punto, don't know if I'm saying that right, size 6 blazer jacket, wool Angora blend, asymmetrical button front. I read to you my title so you can hear what keywords I'm using. And this sold in 69 days on eBay, and it was returned. I just got it yesterday and issued the refund on the cost of the item. I don't refund shipping. And the lady reached out saying, I thought that the cost of original shipping would be returned. And, you know, I just said, no, I'm sorry, it's not. And I mean, and how can I? I feel bad. I feel terrible that she didn't understand. I mean, it's just not feasible. People would just rent my stuff. You know, they would know that they could get 100% of their money back, and they'd buy it and return it within the 30 days, get the refund, and I would be losing money on my orders. So, you know, not that everyone would do that, but it would be prohibitive to the cost of business. So I haven't heard back from her. I do hope she understands and is not too upset. It was a beautiful jacket. It just didn't fit her. Anyhow, it sold for $67.42. I had paid $4.79, so my profit was $37.73, except it's not because I had to provide a refund. Okay, so these next 2 sales, it looks like I'm actually going to be going over top 11 with you guys. These next 2 were sold together on eBay. They are 2 Trip NYC corset bustier tops. And they were both plus size, size 4X. And I'll just read you one of my titles. Trip NYC plus size 4X corset bustier top, new gothic punk lace-up plaid. This one sold in 8 days on eBay. The other one sold in 168 days. And I had sent an offer to this customer of $44.88. And then for the second one, $57.88. The first one, it sold for $51. My cost of goods, I had put 0 because I bought 4 of these corset tops. And when I looked at my receipt, I could not find the 4th one on there. So I think I got it for free accidentally. So I put cost of goods as 0. My profit was $39.63. And the second one, the price sold was $66.18. My cost of goods was $13.98. I did pay up. So I guess I'm glad I got that one for free. I just feel guilty. And then my profit was $31.94. I got these at an ARC, which is a chain of thrift stores here in Colorado. I got it in an ARC in Pueblo, Colorado, and it was when I was driving down from Denver to the Dallas area. Next sale, I consider this a bolo. This is wooden ships, size small medium lake sweater, nautical, coastal, slouchy, lightweight, navy. I don't know if all of the wooden ships sweaters, they have a lot of different sweaters with, sayings on them. And I don't know if they all sell this well, but I did notice that this lake one did. It sold in 15 days on Mercari. Customer offered me 52. I had it listed for 65, thought that was fair. And I had paid $4.89, so my profit was $39.90. The next sale is this Comator. I don't know if that's how you say it. It's a vintage plus size coat, vintage 80s, 90s wool blend, bright hooded, bright pink midi. Bright in there twice. This was actually something I got for free. My aunt, when I was down in Texas, she loves to thrift. And so we would go thrifting together, and she found this coat and gave it to me because I'd been giving her some of my inventory. Whenever she said something was cute, I'm like, here, you can have it. Because she dresses so cute, and I was just getting joy out of, helping her out. But she's like, I can't keep taking your inventory. So she gave me a couple of coats. And this one sold in 64 days on eBay. It sold through promoted listings, and it also sold with a 5% off promotion. So it sold for $66.33 with shipping. My cost of goods was $0. And my profit was $40.17. The next two items are City Chic dresses. And I sold a City Chic plus size 22 Ripple Love dress, navy blue, off-shoulder faux wrap maxi. I imagine this probably sold for like a holiday party. It sold in 53 days on Poshmark through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping. So the price sold was $67. I had paid $2.20, and my profit was $48.72. $2.20 was my average cost of goods for everything I bought at a thrift store that day. And the next one was a City Chic plus size 18 sequin bodice dress, midi square neck cocktail party. Sold in 102 days on Mercari, and a customer had offered me 60. I had it listed for 70. My cost of goods that day was $2.71, and my profit was $49.05. Next is something I have sold before and was returned for size. It's a Ralph Lauren 46R two-piece suit, gray, single-breasted, two-button, flat front. I had sold it on eBay, and so when this sold very quickly after I got it back, it sold on Poshmark. I was like, let me make sure it's not the same guy thinking he's getting a different suit. It wasn't. So this sold in 334 days on Poshmark. It did resell after being returned, and it sold through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping for $100. My cost of goods was $7.62, and my profit was $64.71. Next sale was one of my favorites. It was a Johnny Was size medium corduroy embroidered blazer jacket, fall boho shabby chic. This sold in 69 days on eBay. I had it in my death pile a while because it did have some spots, and I had washed it trying to get them out. And I was going to try to work on it some more, and then just decided it didn't need to be perfect. I went ahead and listed it. I had it listed at $145. A customer offered me $100, and I'm going to take $100 any day, especially when I only spent $6.52 on this. So it also sold through promoted listings. The price sold with shipping was $108.82, and my profit after fees and everything was $66.11. I found this at a local Goodwill. I just kind of got lucky. I like to shop in the blazers section. It's one of my favorites. It's not very big. It has a good variety, and it seems to be a little overlooked by some folks. So I do like to look in there. All right, and then another City Chic sale. City Chic plus size 16 razzle dress black sequin faux wrap mini long sleeve. Loved this dress. My niece almost bought this dress for me because she looked amazing in it. She was going to a wedding and I think she decided it was just a little too much sparkle, but she looked amazing. But she didn't buy it, and it was a full price sale on Mercari after 52 days of $125. I had paid $1.70 for this gorgeous, gorgeous dress, and my profit was $67.75. Why so low? Is that right? Oh, interesting. That's right. Okay. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. This actually, the girl needed it fast, and she was willing to pay up for shipping. So I increased the price and added free shipping, and then I paid for shipping for her through, what's it called? Pirate ship. Gosh, that took a while to come to me. Okay, so she wanted this overnighted, so she paid $38.92 in shipping. And so I can't remember what I had it listed for, but I increased the price and changed it to free shipping so I could use pirate ship. That makes sense now. All right, and then my last and best flip of the week, or those 10 days really, is this Tom Ben Western Flyer travel bag, 2-compartment carry-on convertible backpack. BOLO, guys, be on the lookout for Tom Ben. I don't always look in the luggage area, or I didn't, and now I am. I got this at a Salvation Army in Lewisville, Texas, and I was just kind of checking out. Actually, I will be honest, the reason I was checking it out is because it's right back by the bathroom, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, came out, looking at the luggage, and I saw this, and it looked to be in great shape. So I quickly checked, I don't even know if I checked comps so much as I just checked to see what it retailed for. I picked it up for $3.78. And I listed this, it sold same day on Poshmark. And I had gotten 2 offers on eBay in the time that it sold on Poshmark. So obviously people are looking for this, and they have saved searches for Tom Ben bags. It retailed for $297. So I sold it for $110.60. It actually sold as part of a bundle. So this shopper was very savvy and realized they would get a good deal because I have a 30% off of 3 items or more. And she added 2 very low dollar items. I think one was $4 and one was $5, and got her 30% off. So good for her. I have thought about lowering that, but to be honest, I don't get that many bundles, and it is a good deal. I mean, if I can sell more things, especially some lower dollar item things that, you know, would have had a $2.95 fee attached to it, then that's fine with me. So it sold for $110.60, and my cost of goods was $378. I made $83.30, and you best believe I am checking the luggage section now. Okay, so that was my top 10 sales, or my top 11 rather. I am now going to go over a whole bunch of fast flips with you guys. I had 10 other fast flips, so 10 other things that sold within 2 weeks or less. I've already mentioned 2 fast flips, and that was the Tom Ben bag and one of the Trip NYC corset bustier tops. So my next fast flip is a Gap size 14 signature skinny ankle pants, stretch mid-rise, navy blue, new with tags. So this was a new with tags pair of Gap pants. It sold in 12 days on Poshmark. A customer accepted a 30% off offer with discounted shipping. I do have Posher VA send out offers of 20% off, but occasionally I'll just go and send a 30% off offer to a lot of things in my closet. I would say most things, just to see if I can clear some things out. This one was accepted, and so it sold for $17. I had paid $0 because these were given to me by my sister, and my profit was $11.88. I don't think it's normal for Gap pants to sell that quickly. I'm just going to go out there and say, don't be picking up all Gap pants. But these were new with tags. They were a size 14, which is a common size, and I had sent out a great offer. The next fast flip was this vintage Cherry Lewis England cardigan sweater, wool blend Nordic Celtic winter. I put all the keywords in there. This was a really beautiful sweater. I had paid up for it. I paid $14.13. I did find several holes after I photographed it. So I listed it a little bit low and I took an offer. A customer sent me an offer of $30. I had it listed at $38. I accepted and I made $6.22. It sold in 9 days on eBay though. And I had gotten another offer a few days prior for $25, but that was just a little too low, especially considering I had paid up for it. I had countered and that person did not accept. So then I got an offer for about the same as what I had countered from a different person. So that was good. If it didn't have any holes in it, I would have held out for more, but I was happy with the $6.22 profit when all was said and done. Okay, next, these had been listed on eBay for a while, but I cross-posted them to Mercari and they sold in 9 days. Dakin Vintage 70s Dream Pets, 1975 Giraffe, 1977 Kangaroo, Clipping Filled Plush. So cute. I love these little guys. On their own, I haven't seen that these Dream Pets sell for very much, so I lotted them up. And a customer offered me $17. I had them listed at $22. I accepted. Together, I had paid $7.29 for these guys. So I only made $7.02, but Dakin Vintage Plush, I just love to sell it. Talbot's Women Petites Plus Size 3X Sweater, 100% merino wool, floral, lightweight. When I picked this up, I knew it was going to sell quickly. It sold in 9 days on eBay, and it sold through a customer offer of $28. I had it listed for $38. I think I could have gotten more for it, but I was happy with the quick flip. It sold for $32.90 with shipping. I had paid $7.61, and so I made $13 even. I picked this up at an ARC in Arvada, Colorado. Next fast flip was something I was a little surprised about. It's a Lubin size 14 wool cashmere blend blazer jacket, bright magenta pink pockets. I got it because it was a cashmere blend and just a really beautiful jacket. It sold in 5 days on Mercari, and I think this was a full price sale. Sold for $29. I had paid $2.50 and I made $22.26. Picked this up at a place called St. Paul's Thrift in Colorado Springs. Next sale was a Patagonia size large bison sweatshirt, organic cotton, gray mountains buffalo gray. It was gray in case you weren't sure. Sold in 3 days on Poshmark through a Posher VA offer with discounted shipping. This had all great things going for it. It's Patagonia. It had that traditional Patagonia, like rainbowy looking thing, and mountains, and a bison. I mean, and it sold for $24. I had paid $9.73. So yeah, I paid up, and my profit was $7.75. So I will be careful about paying up for Patagonia in the future, but it sold quickly and I'm all about it. The next thing is, I'm not sure whether to call it a bolo or not, but it's an LL Bean crossbody travel bag purse, adjustable, easy clean, durable pockets. It sold in 1 day on eBay. Something I had gotten at the bins in Denver. And so I paid about $1 for it. It sold for $25.08 and my profit was $17.26. I had listed it at $25. A customer sent me an offer of $20. And guys, anything that sells that quickly, I'm for it. So I'll be looking up LL Bean bags in the future as well. And shout out to my husband who actually found that at the bins. The next item is a Bright Starts Pink Flamingo Lovey Tags Baby Security Blanket Purple Polka Dot. It had those little tags sticking out all over it. I couldn't call it a taggies because it's not technically taggies. It sold in 1 day on eBay. It was a full price sale for $24.39. I had paid 72 cents and my profit was $15.85. All right, I'm on low power mode, so I'm gonna try to power through this. But I picked this up with a bag of other Loveys and I was so thrilled that it sold quickly because I've been picking up Loveys and listing them and I hadn't been getting many sales, and suddenly I've started to, so very happy about that. Next sale was an Eileen Fisher size large cropped wide leg pants, organic cotton gauze pockets, sold in one day on eBay. Customer accepted my offer of $25.88 and total was $31.11. I had paid $5.43 and my profit was $16.14. Now my last fast flip to mention is this pair of mother size 28 the slasher jeans, hillbilly heart wash, distressed split hem. Sold in one day on eBay. I still think of mother as a bolo. Customer offered me $41. I had him listed at $50. They did have a little wear at the inner thigh. So like, you know, where it starts to pucker? It looked like it might have started to pucker. It wasn't a full pucker, but I noted it. I took good pictures and they sold for $31 and, they sold for $49.30 and I had paid $6.22. My profit was $28.17. All right, so I had like 5 things I was going to go over with you guys on lessons learned. Rather than like, since I'm on low power mode here, I'm going to go over one for sure and then maybe quickly touch on the others. So this Adidas Mexico Soccer Polo Federación Mexicana de Fútbol Association AC Black. Sold in 41 days on eBay for $15.15. Now, I don't know how much the buyer spent on shipping to, where does he live? I want to say he lives in Brazil. No, maybe not. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's one of the new eBay international shipping sales. Remember the global shipping program? It's now changed to eBay international shipping. And it ships out of a different distribution center now. This guy has not stopped asking me about when it's going to arrive and will I provide him a tracking number, and I need to give him a tracking number, use the exact same tracking number he has so that it'll track through his country's tracking, and I can't seem to get it through to him that he needs to contact eBay. He asked me today about it. He's like, what shipping service did you use? I'm like, the United States Postal Service. And I explained, it's like it went through eBay International Shipping. I send it to a place in the US and then eBay takes it from there and they get it to you. He bought this now the earliest he could have bought this was December 22nd, because that's the sales I'm talking about, right? Well, it's showing that it's going to get to him on March 10th. Today is January 10th. It's showing that it's going to take 2 more months to get to him, and it's already in Buenos Aires. I can't remember where he is in South America, but if it's already in Buenos Aires, it can't be too far, right? Like, that's a long way down. I'm just baffled by this. So I think I'm going to reach out to eBay as well and say, why is this taking so long? Can we help this guy out? He's desperate to get the shirt that he paid $15 for, plus I don't even know how much in shipping. I'm interested to look that up too. So I don't know what my lesson is here other than beware of international sales at times. I haven't had any issues with the global shipping program before. I don't know if I'm having an issue now because of this particular customer or where they live, or if it because it switched to the eBay international shipping. I don't know, but this guy, I do not blame him for being annoyed at the length of time, but I am irritated with him for continuing to reach out to me instead of eBay about tracking information. Let's see, what else do I have? I'm not going to pick up crappy Christmas sweaters anymore. I'm going to be very careful about picking up vintage nightgowns. I love them, but I got a lot of them and they're not selling really. So I got to be careful there. Zara hates me. I have a hard time selling Zara, so I'm going to be very careful about that. And I'm not going to pick up cheap jewelry anymore. That's what I'm learning. And my last lesson learned is Athleta leggings. Cost of goods needs to be super cheap or else don't pick them up for me, because they just don't sell for me. And so I picked up some at the bins this week but cost of goods was right. So, all right, y'all, that's everything. I'm on low power mode, both physically and my phone. I'm gonna go get my shipping taken care of and get a coffee. And then I'm going to record another video, and it's gonna be a bins haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me some feedback below. It really does mean a lot to me, and just keep listing.